May 17th, 2022 for the Village of Sister Bay. Roll call.
If you want me to take it, okay.
Sure.
Second. Oops, sorry. Okay, Zashki,
Yes.
Baker,
Here.
Bell,
Here.
Lyons,
Yep.
and Kadunkel.
Here.
Berto is excused and Cox is going to be a little bit late.
Don is with us.
Here.
Oh, Don
Don
is
is
here.
here.
Okay,
Yep.
thank you.
Yep. Okay, for those of you who would like to join in on the, we'll stand and on the count of three, recite the Pledge of Allegiance. 1, 2, 3. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic
for which
which
it
it
stands,
stands, one
one
nation,
nation,
under God,
indivisible,
with
with
liberty
liberty
and
and
justice
justice
for all.
for all.
Okay. I am motioning that we approve the agenda with the following amendments. That we table item number 3 to be part of our interim administrator's transitional meeting with our new village administrator, Julie Schmelzer. That one should have been included on the list of things going to their transitional meeting. And also item number 5, amended to say well station number 2, not well station number 3. So
Good catch.
I motion to approve the agenda with those amendments.
I'll second as amended.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item number 1 is a report on county activities from the county supervisor, Dave Lenow. I don't see if we have Dave. Do we have him this evening? Okay, we'll move past that to the main attraction. The star on the
Brad?
marquee for the evening.
I'm sorry, you have minutes to approve? There's
Okay,
3 sets
we'll
of
do them,
them.
we'll do them in one group. I will motion that we approve the minutes as published for Tuesday, May 3rd and Tuesday, May 10th. Do we have a second?
I'll second it, Rob.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item number 2, presentation by Julie Gilbert, the CEO of Destination Door County regarding DDC programs of interest to municipalities, including Sister Bay. Julie, the floor is yours. Take it away. We're very glad to have you. I see John is on as well. Welcome, John. And we look forward to anything you want to fill us in on and any questions my fellow trustees have. Take it away.
Thank you so much. I am so grateful to be here and have the opportunity to meet all of you. And all of us at Destination Door County look forward to working with the Village of Sister Bay, as well as the Sister Bay Advancement Association. And as Rob had said, we want to update you on some developments that are important to the county and the Village of Sister Bay. And one of them is how the increase in room tax will impact DDC's partnership with the Door County Tourism Zone, as well as the 19 municipalities, which includes, of course, the Village of Sister Bay. And I am extremely happy to say that earlier this month, we finalized a new entity agreement with the Tourism Zone. And we will be working together through the strategic planning and budgeting process with full transparency. And we actually have our first strategic planning committee on June 1, and that will include 4 zone commissioners and 4 DDC board of directors, DDC staff, and then Juliana as well, the tourism zone administrator. And together we will be identifying goals and objectives. And from there, we will build the plan for 2023 to initially present to that strategic planning committee. And then once that is finalized and the priorities have been identified, we'll put the budget to the plan based on the direction from the strategic planning committee, and then present that plan with the budget to the DDC board of directors for approval, followed by the tourism zone. And this is really going to just provide all of us with additional insight and direction from both organizations to ensure that we are all, as stewards of the lodging tax dollars, investing in programming that positively impacts the communities throughout Door County, as well as following the Wisconsin state statute. And we've been very, very grateful to be able to meet monthly with the tourism zone to share those progress updates, and will continue to attend municipal meetings around the county like tonight to listen and hear what your community priorities are and to provide updates to our partner municipalities and tourism stakeholders. And I really, really mean when I say don't hesitate to reach out to me at any time if you have any questions related to tourism or what our organization is doing and how we can better support you, because we really are here to help and support. In the partnership with the Tourism Zone Commission, we have also finalized the new municipal reimbursement fund program. And the amount distributed to each municipality is based on the percentage of room tax contribution from the Tourism Zones Commission's annual audit. Sister Bay contributed 12.24% of total room tax collected in 2020. So that reimbursement amount will be over $36,000 for 2022. And these dollars can be used to pay for things like tourism-related infrastructure expenses, public park enhancements, or beautification projects. So in partnership with the zone, with the tourism zone, excuse me, the overview and guidelines were sent out to provide the steps that hopefully make this easy and seamless, especially this first year with a new program. So the tourism zone will be invoicing municipalities in June with dollars from this new program from Destination Door County available to you beginning in June as well. So moving forward, this is kind of a funky year because we got a bit of a late start. So for 2023 and beyond.
Anchoring about, because the more into it comes with its own chain.
So for 2023 and beyond, the tourism zone will invoice municipalities in February, but reimbursement requests will be available January 1, 2023 from Destination Door County. So we're trying to make sure we address any questions or concerns ahead of time, as this is the first year, and until we all go through it at least once, I'm sure there will be questions. So if you need further information, please reach out to either myself, Yvonne, or John in our office, and we're always there to help. Another new program that will be coming soon, and the working title is Tourism Investment Grant Fund Program. It's kind of a mouthful, but what you all have experienced as well as other municipalities is that rapid growth and visitation, where there is a need for additional tourism infrastructure support and development. And with that recent increase in the room tax rate from 5.5% to 8%, we've started to build the framework for a new investment grant program that will provide an opportunity for municipalities to apply for funding of tourism-related capital projects. These projects, based on Wisconsin state statute regarding the room tax funds, will have to touch tourism in some way. And we have established an initial review committee that is made up of people throughout the county, Louise being part of that committee, and they will assist in building out that full committee structure, along with providing the direction to guide the program, review funding applications, and making those final selections. DDC will be administering the program and supporting the committee. And then we will also provide reporting, of course, back to the tourism zone, as well as the DDC Board of Directors on a regular basis. Our first meeting is scheduled for June 15th, and Fox Cities has a very similar grant program that predominantly funds capital projects. And they also offer sub-grants, which they pick a topic and focus on for a period of time that includes things like wayfinding signage or parks, trails, And so knowing that that first meeting will be June 15th, we will be able to then begin to finalize those details that need to be identified and roll out the new program with information to you all on specifics on how to apply and when the funds will begin to be released, which could be later this year or early 2023. This will be an ongoing program. It will be part of our budgeting process, and we're really, really excited about it. I'm hoping that as everyone working together, we can really, really make a positive impact. And then another important and integral part of moving forward is how we're partnering more closely with our community business associations. And we're refining and enhancing our strategic community partnership program for our community business association partners with their input and suggestions. And each department at DDC will be supporting the business associations, so they have all areas of expertise to rely upon from our organization. The community coordinators have absolutely been the most important element and will continue to be so, as well as a conduit of working with all of our municipalities and the communities throughout the county. And I am committed to attending their meetings at least once a month, along with the rest of our team. And they're helping coordinate meetings for us with the municipalities, including Village of Sister Bay, and along with local businesses, which is extremely important for us and helpful. And especially since I am new, I couldn't have done it without the help and support. And these will be ongoing to ensure that all of our activities are fully in sync so that we leverage all of our resources and have minimal duplication of effort. And this is a rebuilding and a learning year for us, and working with the CBAs, we will continue to expand our collaboration and partnership. As an example, we had so much fun working with all of the community business associations for the tourism breakfast event we hosted on May 3rd, including a community tourism video that we premiered at the event, as well as really pulled in all the communities in the National Travel and Tourism Week publication that ran in the Peninsula Pulse. And it really highlights the fact that we truly are team tourism in Door County. And I think the other thing that I'd like to share with you is that we're also in the process of building out a full communication program that is focused on residents and stakeholders. And it will include channels throughout the county and ensure that we continue to listen, as well as inform local stakeholders on what our organization is doing. We're committed to being a community shared values organization, which also highlights the importance we're putting on destination management activities that as our organization and our destination moves forward as we respond to those evolving community needs and priorities, because as you all know, those change. So in closing, I truly look forward to working with the Village of Sister Bay, Sister Bay Advancement Association with Louise and Ellie, and to ensure that Destination Door County is providing the support and services that are unique to this community. I love spending time in Sister Bay, and I look forward to spending a lot more time here. I appreciate all of your insight, as I know I have a lot to learn. And only by listening and understanding the opportunities and the challenges will we be able to plan effectively for the future. So I know that was a lot. I hope I didn't put anyone to sleep, but there's so much happening, and you know, any questions that anyone has, I'm so happy to answer them.
Chad?
Yeah, Julie, thank you for being here. And, you know, everything you're saying sounds like music to our ears. It's nice to feel like the DDC is a partner with us in some aspects. One question about the grant stuff.
Yes.
And I know you're still in the formulation of that, but do you have an estimated dollar amount that you guys are going to put into that fund? And then you probably don't have a format yet as far as matching, et cetera. So I won't ask you to get into the details because it seems like you're working through it. But do you have a total dollar amount or an estimated total dollar amount that you plan to have in there?
It will be close to $1 million to start with.
Per year?
And if not, yes. I mean, I'm saying yes, but that will be really driven by the
Ballpark.
tourism zone. And
Yeah.
yeah, I'm so
I'll
sorry.
ballpark it. No, that's
I don't
fine.
want to say too much because until we get the committee together and we really can identify how that looks, because it really won't be, it's not just me making those decisions.
No, I understand, and I won't hold you, just to get a
Okay.
little general idea of the kind of
Yeah.
money that will be in this fund. because
Yeah.
That's exciting, and that's what helped
Yeah.
someone like me help push for this new room tax, because
Yeah,
ways that we can get this money back in the community that, for sure tourism is gonna benefit, but our locals and our year-round residents and our seasonal residents get to really benefit from is exciting to people that like serve in a village like ours.
Chad, I'm so happy to hear that because that's how we will move forward. We're here now to really look at various ways that we can support the community, and that I'm hoping will really grow and build into a really strong program. So yeah, it's exciting.
It is, especially having a Louise in the room because she will be
Oh my
pushing
God.
for us so hard. So thanks.
I know.
Louise.
Yeah, well, it's Louise has to be part of that.
Well, thank you.
No, thank you. And I'm looking forward to seeing the expose.
Any
Louise,
other
you're muted.
questions this
Louise, you're
evening
muted.
for Julie?
I have nothing.
Okay, well, Julie, thank you so much. John, thank you for joining as well. We really look forward to partnering with you moving forward down the road.
Well, again, we appreciate your time and always looking for insight and direction and love Sister Bay. So thank you so much.
Thanks for
And I
being
would
here.
just mention to John, while you're still on, just so you know, it's a topic we discussed last year around the CBS morning show time. I have extended the offer to Louise, which she has accepted, to fill up the full broadcast time on behalf of Sister Bay and SBAA, just so you're in the loop on that. All right?
Great, thank you.
It'll be June 10th. Okay. Thanks, Julie. Thanks, John.
Bye, everyone. Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, item number 3 having been tabled, we'll move along to item number 4, a discussion on a request from Red Green Chili LLC, DBA Crane's Kitchen, Andrew Crane agent, for the issuance of a Class B beer and Class C wine license for the property located at 10635 North Bay Shore Drive, Unit F, for the period ending June 30th, 2022. Consider a motion for action if appropriate. Heidi?
So we have Andrew on the call with us tonight and Mitch, the owner of the building. There is a lease in effect giving Andrew the control of those premises in that little unit on the far south side of the On Deck Clothing Company building, where he has it all set up for a nice little lunch and dinner restaurant, and is just asking for a beer and wine license to offer as well. He's met all of the requirements. The fire inspection has been done. I don't need anything else from him other than your go ahead to issue that license.
Andrew and Mitch, I think I speak for everyone when I say we're going to be very glad to finally see a business operating and thriving in that spot. And we look forward to great success for you guys. I will motion that we approve the license as noted.
Thank you.
I'll second it.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried. Good luck, guys. Thanks.
Thank you. And just wanted you to know that I opened 2 weeks ago and it's going well so far.
Excellent.
Good.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Glad to hear
Thank
it.
you.
I will drop your license off tomorrow then.
Actually, I can just swing by if you want.
Okay, that works too.
Yep, thanks.
Okay, item number 5, discussion regarding the estimate that was received from Pigeon Asphalt for the paving of a portion of the road that extends from Shoreview Place to Well Station number 2. Consider a motion for action if appropriate. Dan Klansky.
Yes, so the reason this is on here is
this wasn't budgeted. I just found out about 5 weeks ago about this project. Something that Bo had worked out the previous year with the owners when they mobilized to pave their parking lot. We could pave we have a small section you can see of where the well is. We just want to pave that circle instead of having gravel and mud there in the winter.
Does this require Tasha to move any funds around for us to take care of it, or do we have it in operational funds?
I believe we could get it out of collections and distribution, Tasha.
It's available in the operating funds.
Okay,
Okay.
excellent. Any questions for Dan?
Can I make a comment when you get a minute?
Who was that? I didn't
That's
see.
Mitch Larson. Can I make a comment?
Yes, you can make a comment.
I just want to say thank you for considering this. This driveway is shared by my mother, who's 91 years old and still lives there. And for 40 years, it's been a real mess and a dirty potholes. And it's really long overdue. So I really appreciate the village's consideration for this.
Thanks, Mitch. We're glad.
Thank you.
We're glad that it's going to be well received. I will motion that we approve the estimate as noted in the packet for the paving.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item number 6, discussion regarding the provisions of resolution number 488-051-72022 that authorizes the vacation or release of all right, title, and interest the Village of Sister Bay may have in the existing 20-foot sanitary sewer easement that is located on parcel number 1810008312824G2, owned by Mosaic Development LLC. Consider a motion for action if appropriate. Dan Klansky.
Yes, this is, if you look on 101, you'll see instead of our easement being on the left-hand side, it's on the right-hand side. It's a matter of when they originally drew up the plans for something, they put it on that side. We now have an easement on the right-hand side.
Any questions or comments for Dan on this one? I
I'll
will
make a motion to approve the easement.
Thank you.
Second.
Second by Don Cox. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item number 7, discussion regarding the DOT requirement that representatives of the Northern Door Children's Center grant a perpetual, non-exclusive easement to the Village of Sister Bay to construct and maintain a public street over and across a portion of parcel number 1810008312824B, so that a turning lane for the Cherrywood Lane Extension Project can be created, and pass and adopt an applicable resolution. Consider a motion for action if appropriate. Dan Klansky.
Yes, and again, this is the DOT required just a small area there for a turn lane. That was one of their conditions they put on us, getting an entrance there. So we have went forward with it to complete the Cherrywood Road extension.
So in reading the way, Janelle, in reading the way you have written this agenda item, we do not have a resolution ready?
No, there's a resolution in the packets.
Yes.
It's
Okay,
it's
so then it's,
actually in the.
so in
packet.
essence, we're adopting the applicable resolution in the packet.
Yep, I can give you
Okay.
the number if you'd like it.
That's as long as we're clear on that. So for the motion, we would be motioning to pass and adopt the applicable resolution for the turning lane as noted.
Yeah, it's resolution 489, if you
Okay.
want to say that.
Well, you can just add that to what I said, Janelle, if you've got it, and read it back.
Okay. All right, that the village board passes and adopts resolution number 489 that accepts and authorizes the dedication of a portion of parcel number 12824B, which is owned by the Northern Door Children's Center, so that a turn lane for the Cherrywood Lane Extension project can be created.
Okay, excellent. I will make that motion.
Second.
Second by Baker. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item number 8, discussion regarding the recommendation from the Plan Commission that the village board approve the draft of the development agreement between representatives of the Northern Door Children's Center and the Village of Sister Bay for the addition remodeling project to commence on parcel number 1810008312824B, which property has been assigned an address of 10520 Judith Blazer Drive. Consider motions for action if appropriate. Having reviewed the development agreement at the Plan Commission level and also in the packet, I don't see any reason to not accept it. It looks fine. Does anyone have any comments or concerns?
No, looks good to me.
Okay,
I'll make a motion we approve as presented.
I'll second.
Okay.
motion by Bell, second by Kadanko. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item number 9, discussion regarding and confirmation of the village president's recommended citizen committee and commission appointments. Consider a motion for action if appropriate. I have 2 citizen recommendations this evening. The first is for the Zoning Board of Appeals alternate spot. And I'm recommending that we approve Terry Kelly to take that role. For those of you who do not know Terry, Terry was a respondent to the ads we ran. Terry permanently relocated to Sister Bay approximately a year and a half ago. He has significant senior management professional experience in the financial and credit analyst fields. And also prior to moving his residency here, when he resided in Illinois, he was a longtime elected township assessor in the village that he lived in. And he expressed an interest in starting out getting involved in Sister Bay by being on the Zoning Board of Appeals. So Terry Kelly is my recommendation for that spot. And then also for the Green Tier Legacy Community Committee, I'm recommending that we approve Lisa O'Hearn to join the committee. Lisa is a very concerned and interested person in all things green. She has some community involvement in green endeavors already and has attended meetings of ours to get a feel for the committee. And so I offer that we approve her to go for Green Tier as well. So my motion would be that we approve Terry Kelly for Zoning Board of Appeals in the alternate spot that's open, and Lisa O'Hearn for Green Tier Legacy Community Committee in the citizen spot that's open.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item number 10, report by staff members on village activities and projects.
So I put some statistics in the packet just for fun, in case anybody had any interest in those items. I'm not sure if you have any questions on my little report there. Election is good in Sister Bay. We get lots of attendance. So we got another one coming up in August. Please come and vote.
Were you surprised to see the numbers down, Heidi, or did you expect it to be about what it was?
It's the spring election is always a little bit less just because people are traveling and gone away for the winter. I fully expected absentee ballot numbers to drop. I thought they would drop more than they did, but people seem to like that absentee option. The rules have changed a little bit now for returning those absentee ballots. So I encourage anyone who does vote that way, just put it back in the mail. I put a stamp on it for you so you don't have to pay for that and return it that way. Then there's no question that it's going to get back to me. But yeah, it's good. We have a great crew working elections this year, and we're learning the ropes with these 2 voting wards, which was a little confusing at first, but by November, we're going to have it down.
Excellent. Thanks,
Thank
Heidi.
you.
Anything else from any other staff members? Okay, thank you. Item number 11, a review of the financial statements and consideration of a motion to approve the monthly bills. Tasha?
Does anybody have any questions about the monthly bills? I didn't get any calls today. It was very lonely, you guys.
That's what happens when Denise isn't around.
I have no questions, Tasha. Thank you.
Okay,
I'll make a motion, we pay our bills.
I'll second that. Thanks.
As
Tasha.
noted, yeah. Second, okay. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried. Heidi, can you give Randy a call so we can join in? Thank you. Committee reports, Administrative Committee, no news there. Communication and Technology.
So Heidi, you got that quote back from Quantum and I reached back out to Tony. I did not hear back from him. I talked to Nathan last week as well. I just need to follow up with them. I don't think it's exactly what we're looking for in there, but I just need to have a further conversation with them and then we need to have a meeting to go through and review that. I'd like to have more than one option. So I'm not looking to make the decision about what we're going to go with, but I'd like to have two different options so we as a committee can make a choice.
That was 64,000 to put in the video system you were talking about, Nate, in that quote, right?
Yeah, that was a little more than I was thinking. Than I
Well,
had
and that was for top of the line meeting room with all of the frills. So we don't have to go quite that grand, but we asked for the best right off the bat.
Okay.
Question about that. All that stuff would be movable, right? Or how integrated is it? Because ideally, if we build you guys a proper building one day, is it something that we can move?
Oh, yes. The only thing is there would be some wiring under the floors, I think. Is that what it was, Tasha? There's some cabling they talked about in the floor?
yes,
Yeah.
there'd be some cabling in the floor. They did also talk about, though, I mean, if it's going to be 5 years before an administration building is built, you may not want to move it because it's going to be obsolete.
Doesn't last long.
Yeah, that's the problem with IT is it doesn't last long. But this was top of the line, like tracks, the speakers and everything. This was to do true blue hybrid, very high tech experience for everybody.
No. So we'll find out what's middle of the road. We'll find out what the Pontiac version of that is.
Well,
I think
yeah,
we're
I
going
guess.
with the Toyota instead of this looks like the Mercedes.
Yeah, and then maybe just how different they are, you know what I mean? Like, with the trade-off, because I don't mind paying for things if it's worth it, but I guess.
How I typically look at this is you plan on buying it again in 3 years, because it's not going to last that long. So you go that high end, it's just not going to be there anyway, but we'll come up with some options and, see
Sounds
what
good.
it agrees on.
Okay, thanks, Nate. Coastal byways, anything on coastal byways? Okay, DCEDC. Meeting coming up, Mary, have you heard or?
I haven't
Not
heard
yet.
anything.
Okay. Emergency management plan, there's nothing there. Finance. Tasha's got a finance committee meeting scheduled, I believe, for the
31st.
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 Yeah, and that's going to be Zoom, right? Or is that live?
That's going to be Zoom.
Yep, that's good. Okay.
Yep.
All right. And fire board has not met.
Rob, we met on the 12th.
Oh, you did. That's right. When I was gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were out of town.
Yeah.
Just a fairly quick meeting. Fire EMT calls are down so far this year, but don't get your hopes up. Reviewed the audit results. Fire truck delivery is looking to be the second or third quarter of 2024. That's all I got.
Okay. Thanks, Scott. Pebble Beach.
Nothing new there, but we will be applying for those DDC grants as soon as there is an application process for bathrooms down there.
Excellent.
For sure.
Green Tier Legacy Committee, I would just mention that in our last meeting, we had an excellent session with Going Garbage that really gave us some things to think about and pursue as far as signage and processes to really get recycling refined and more productive in the village. So they gave us a lot of things that we can take into a working session that we're going to have next month, in part to deal with all that stuff. Historical Society?
Met Thursday, the 5th, I believe that was. Just discussed the History Center, Christmas market. Also discussed the acquisition plan of some kind, because we're starting to get, as people clean out their basements to move, we're getting a lot of things that people think the Historical Society would like dropped off in the middle of the night. So we're working on a plan to get around that and just work further on 2022 season plans. That's it.
Thanks, Scott. Land acquisition?
We had a good meeting to kind of tie up our mission. My contact at Bay Lakes, they seem to be having the same issue that the villages had. They're down planners, they're running ads, they're understaffed, and the person they were hoping to hire in March didn't take the job. So, but either way, I'm hoping by early June to meet with them. She said one of the directors would meet with me if they don't have a planner in place, so we can start working on that plan to kind of have something to show the public.
Excellent. Library.
So we met last Tuesday afternoon. Couple of things. We, in April, had two different, and this is my first, committee report, so I hope I do it okay. In April, we had two different programs. One was in-house at the library. The other was off-site at the Northern Door YMCA. Both were really well attended, both by adults and children, which is great. And then two things about the library on site. One is that they're hoping to, so currently there's open signs on either door. You can like enter from the street or enter from the parking lot at the library. And there's, they're hoping to get just one sign that's out on the street to like signal whether the library is open or not. So folks don't have to like walk all the way up to the door. So that's something they brought up. And I think that's, they wanted me to bring that to your attention. The other is in the back garden where people can go out and use the internet or read or, just hang out. They want to hang sails to to give shade in the garden because it does get very hot out there. But if they want to make them permanent, they'll have to dig into the garden. And the woman, I don't know her last name, first name Marge, she seemed kind of like, she seemed kind of like a permit expert and just said, they would need to do that get a permit if we wanted to do that officially. So just kind of trying to take the temperature of the village board to see the likelihood of that happening if we wanted.
Generally, Mary, when Marge Grutzmacher is conveying something, whatever the topic is can be put in front of expert and you can consider that good.
Okay.
And applicable. So
okay.
Rob really isn't the president here.
I would mention just one thing for you, Mary, as you get involved in that committee, having served on it before a number of years ago. There's a tendency at times for the librarian to talk about circulation numbers and visitors to the Sister Bay branch, but not compare them to the other branches.
I actually have that.
We developed that over time. So just so you know, that's the way to really tell how Sister Bay is doing in terms of countywide. When you can look at how we're doing in terms of visitors and circulation compared to the others, that will really point out to you whether it's just something special going on in Sister Bay or just it's visitors are up everywhere.
Well, she
throughout
actually,
time.
in her librarian's report, she did give us a breakdown of everything. And other than Sturgeon Bay and Appleton, we had like the highest attendance to
Excellent.
the, yeah.
Great. All right. Well, it's good to know that they're still comparing it like that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So that's all.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mary.
Marina Committee.
Minutes are in the packet, basically reviews Dave's rather lengthy Marina Manager's report. Had a discussion on potential construction of a new commercial vendor kiosk and approved some new cash handling procedures down at the marina.
Thanks, Scott.
And
Oh,
Marina
Scott.
Fest meeting, I believe, Heidi, on the 9th
Scott?
of June.
Yes.
Hold on one second, Scott. We got a question from Nate.
When do they expect the docks to be done down at the marina?
Well, they're behind because of the weather. Dave's pushing for mid-month, but it may be a little later. He does have space in the marina to, if somebody wants to put their boat in, he can put it into an open slip for now and then move him to their permanent dock when things are done.
I ask because I go down there and people ask what's going on here, and I try and be a little bit knowledgeable about it.
They're behind because of the weather.
And then I had another question that I don't imagine you're gonna have the answer to. They had put the barricades up on a dock for most of spring when there didn't appear to be any good reason to put the barricades up there. And that's a really nice pedestrian area to go to.
Well, I know they were working out there because they rearranged some of the slips out there.
There was no active activity out there.
That's
I couldn't
a
answer.
question for Dave Lenow.
I'm asking because at the marina, we're talking about it there. I just wanted to.
Right. No, I'm
I didn't expect him to
clarifying.
know.
I'm clarifying that having seen it personally, Dave has been personally moving those barricades and personally, before he leaves for the day, making sure barricades are in place. And if somebody's moved a barricade, I've seen him moving them back on multiple days. So it would seem Dave would have the answer to that if we could.
I was just asking Scott because he's on the committee and I can patiently wait for it back. I mean, I can always just reach straight out to Dave too, but yeah. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate it.
Okay, Nate. And Heidi, I was, June 9th is our Marina Fest meeting.
Correct.
That's still the date. Okay.
What time is that one, Scott?
4:30.
4:30 in the afternoon.
And that's at the fire station, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Outdoor rec and transportation.
Rob, I owe you a response to your email, you and Heidi from some time ago. I think that we should just have that committee meeting because most of the other committees that I've been a party to that are forming, they kind of set what the committee is on their first meeting. That's not something generally that is done. I mean, I just experienced that with the broadband committee meeting so we can set what the framework is that is hoped to be accomplished. So I would like just to proceed with that and then come back once we have that, bring that back to the village board after the first meeting.
Okay, and then in that context, Nate, the concern that came up the last time several months ago when it was discussed about the number of trustees for the committee, have you?
I think 3 and 3 is perfectly appropriate. I mean, I understand we want to get more community involvement, but we need to take who's willing to. I mean, I talked to Miles. I mean, if we can get more, great, but I also don't want to give ourselves quorum issues. I mean, right now we've got 3 and 2, so we still have a vacancy if we can get somebody else out there. More involvement, the better.
Okay, so I don't recall, did we need to, with the ad hoc committees, do we need to recommend and approve the members or the citizen members, or how did
Yeah,
that
you
work? I
do.
was not around when Pebble Beach started. How did that work, Chad? Did you have to
They
get
did.
those?
Yeah, the board approved it. Yeah,
You
we
have to
approved
make
it.
a recommendation as president and then the board approves it.
Okay, so what are we talking, Nate, for your 3 and 2?
So it'd be the same people I mentioned last time, not trying to surprise you with anybody. Brian Fitzgerald, Bill Anderson, Mary Lyons, Chad, and myself.
Okay, I will motion that we approve those 3 trustees and 2 citizens to form the Ad hoc Outdoor Rec and Transportation Committee.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, thanks, Nate. Parks, Properties and Streets, nothing beyond packet. Personnel met, as the board is aware, prior to last meeting. Plan Commission will be meeting next Tuesday. SBAA, as I noted earlier, the Louise, on behalf of SBAA and the village at large, is going to represent all of us and SBAA during the CBS Morning Show broadcast from Waterfront Park on June 10th.
Hey, Rob,
Yes,
before you're finished, would you mind, I can, or if you could introduce Ellie to the board, that would be great.
please go ahead, Louise.
And Rob, I'm not sure, because I know that you were unable to attend, but Ellie, can you wave to the fans? So this is Ellie Soderberg Guger. Ellie is on board with us for 2 weeks now, I think. A resident of Sister Bay. She comes to us from Bailey's Harbor. And so she will be our marketing director. She has a 4-week-old little baby boy, I'm sorry. So it's not me, it's the baby, that reason that if she's looking a little bit tired. But anyway, we welcome her. I'm thrilled she's here. She's doing an excellent job. You guys will see her frequently. And that's it. And
Welcome, Ellie. We're glad to have you.
Welcome.
No,
Thank you.
sorry, my phone. Sorry.
Okay. Tourism Zone full commission meets in June. Utilities meets in a couple weeks. And last meeting was canceled.
Yep.
And Youth Center has not met. Motion that we accept the committee reports.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, item number 12. Consider a motion to convene into executive session pursuant to Wisconsin statute 19.851C to consider employment promotions, compensations, and performance evaluation data of any public employee over which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility. And Wisconsin statutes 19.851E to deliberate or negotiate the purchase of public properties, the investment of public funds, or conduct other specified public business whenever competitive or bargaining reasons require a closed session, i.e. a discussion on the search for a village administrator and a discussion regarding village properties. Randy will be joining us, and at,
Wait.
what is it, Louise?
I'm so sorry. I should have asked this question sooner. I just had a question if there was a committee for Freedom Fest.
No, there's no committee for Freedom Fest.
So my questions should go to Heidi?
Sure.
Parks Committee.
The
Parks.
park. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, send any questions on Freedom Fest to me or
Great.
staff.
That's all I need to know. Perfect. Okay.
Thanks, Louise. Okay, it's 6:48 PM. I will motion that we move to closed session. Roll call.
Wait.
Actually, we need a second. We need a second, yeah.
I'll
Second
second.
by Baker.
Real quick, before roll call though, I don't know if something was put in our close that shouldn't have been, but it has nothing to do with village property and it has nothing to do with the village administrator. It's a bid. So I would just want to be clear that we're not going to speak about this.
I don't believe we are.
Then I guess it was put in there mistakenly.
Janelle put some stuff in there and I'm not quite sure why it was in, but it's in, but we've got a brief update on village administrator situation and then a discussion regarding village properties. That's what we've
Okay.
got.
Just clarifying. Thank you.
Okay. Now, you may be referring to something that pertains to village property that's been previously part of closed, but we can clarify that when we head in. So we had a motion and a second at 6:50 PM to move into closed session. Roll call, Zashki, yes.
Baker, yes.
Oh, yes.
Cox, yes.
Lyons, yes.
That was a yes from you, Chad?
Kanako, yes.
Excellent. Okay. So at 6:50, we are in closed session, and this will be trustees and Randy go to room 1, and then we'll rejoin staff when we're finished.
Janelle, do you want to turn the recording off?
Sure.